Okay, today's gonna be a fun one. We got a man with some big hits. Like this man has big records, millions and millions sold, millions and millions streamed. We got New York's own. We got Staten Island's own.
Yes, sir.
We got the man behind Whoopty, CJ.
Yes,
What up?
sir.
What up? What up?
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. Yo, CJ, before we get started, you look like a straight up killer right now. Like you look like you about to walk into a UFC match or something. You been in the gym?
Man, for sure, man. Just getting the body right, getting the mind right, hitting them weights. That's it. Just chilling.
Nah, you definitely hitting them weights. It looked like you lifting everything in the gym, kid.
That's it. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Health is wealth.
Done deal. Okay, so we got a lot to go over. You got these huge records. Like literally hundreds of millions of streams out there. Everybody know the records, but everybody don't know CJ. We don't know the backstory.
Facts.
I want to take it back to the beginning. I want to know you.
Let's do it.
So we all know you from New York. You rep Staten Island.
Yep.
Is that where you're born and raised?
Born and raised Staten Island.
What part?
I would say like Southgate-area. It's around like Mariners Harbor. It's kind of in that area over there. 10303. That's my zip code.
Got you. Okay, what was it like growing up in Staten Island? Because until Wu-Tang Clan, Staten Island didn't get the respect that all the other New York boroughs got. And when the Wu dropped, we came to see Staten Island in a whole different way. So what was Staten Island like growing up for you?
Man, Staten Island, it's pretty much just like every other borough. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we're a smaller borough, pretty much, everybody I went to elementary school with, I went to junior high school with. So we kind of all know each other. We all grew up together, and like I said, it's the same thing. We grew up the same kind of living, but we just didn't have that spotlight on us, just, like Brooklyn had, Harlem, Queens, the Bronx, so grew up like a regular kid,
Got you. Was hip hop big on the island?
Yeah, for sure. Anything coming out of New York City, we was listening to. We were turning on, Hot 97, Power 105. Huge fan of 50 Cent in the early 2000s. Lil Wayne, Jay. Still bumping Wu-Tang. Because they're a huge influence on Staten Island. Biggie. Just like everybody else.
Got you. So when did you develop this love for hip hop? Was it early on or was it later in life? Like when did you really embrace this thing and start rapping?
I fell in love with like hip hop. I would say like maybe like 6 years old, 5, 6 years old. Like I said, I grew up on early 2000 hip hop. So a lot of 50. That was a huge influence of mine. So that's kind of when I fell in love with music, and I was look in the mirror and recite lyrics and, try to imitate them and, put on chains and just, be a kid. And then I would say like maybe 12, 13 is when I actually started writing,
Mm-hmm.
and an old friend of mine, he had a brother that was a producer, and he had a mic in his house. And we were just, playing around, recording on beats that we, found on YouTube, and just, doing whatever, just, trying to get popular, you know what I'm saying, and get our name out there. So
you got into this thing pretty early. You writing 11, 12, 13 years
sure.
old. What was your style like back then?
It was more just like, everything was like kind of like bars, like you always had to like, have bars and switch up the style, whatever, era. I think it was like when I was like 13, 12, I think Bobby Shmurda was on fire at the time. I think I even did like a little remix to that beat, So I guess we was just, just messing around and having fun and just perfecting the craft, We was trying to get better and better by the day. So
was you uploading your stuff to SoundCloud and YouTube back then?
Yeah, at the time SoundCloud wasn't really like that popular, how it is now. But we would shoot like we would take like a little camera that we had and go, down the block and record little videos and, post it on, I believe it was Facebook, just, little family and friends that we had, just so they could see it and, and give feedback to us, you know what I'm saying? And see, how far it would go.
People don't realize just how long it takes to pop. People see
Yeah.
somebody like you who have a monster hit and they think
Overnight.
this just happened yesterday.
Yeah, overnight. Nah, it's definitely not the case, man. It's been years in the making, years, grinding. And like I said, keep perfecting the craft and, keep trying new things, trying different flows, different styles, Like I said, it's been years in the making. It definitely didn't happen overnight.
Got you. Before I get a little deeper into your music career, I want to go into your personal side for a second.
Yeah.
What was your family upbringing like? Did you come from a 2-family household? Is it a lot of kids? Are you a single child?
Nah, my mom, I grew up with my mother, my father wasn't in the picture, my parents split up at an early age, so my mom, kind of, took the father and the mother role, you know what I'm saying? And she did a very good job, I ended up having a little sister. I had family around, aunts, uncles, cousins and stuff like that, but, I was definitely raised by, my mother, and, she definitely supported everything I did, when it came down to, school, when it came down to sports, when it came down to music. So she was real supportive in everything I did, so that helped a lot.
I know you said your pops wasn't in the picture, and that's all too familiar, especially for inner city kids.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a relationship with him, although he wasn't in the household? And do you have a relationship with him now?
Yeah, it was definitely more difficult, I would say, like as a kid, because him and my mother would clash a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really get to see him as often. But now that I'm older, 14, 15, I have my own cell phone, so we would talk a lot. We would meet up on, on our time. But we definitely got a way better relationship now, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, he knows who you have become.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure that helped.
Yeah,
bridge that gap.
For sure. Nah, he definitely like even since young, he wasn't in the picture or around that much, but he always supported. He always knew I was gonna be something, and he always give credit to my moms for raising me. So that they in a better relationship now themselves too. So that's it's all good.
Okay, so what kind of kid was you? You coming up in the streets of Staten Island. Your mom's a single parent household. She's raising you.
Yeah.
Was you a kid who was in the street? Were you always focused? Were you somebody who embraced school? Did you finish school? Yeah. Like, what kind of kid was you?
So my mom worked a lot. You know what I'm saying? She worked a lot. So, after school, I would just be, just running around, doing kid shit, just getting into bad shit, playing sports. I got friends around the neighborhood, just living an everyday kid life. And then, I got a little older, I definitely started experimenting, started smoking weed, started hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Started getting into, a little drama on Staten Island. Like I said, it's very small, so everybody knows everybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I did the sports thing, it ain't work out, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I got to high school, I wanted to live what I seen, I thought that was the way of living. I would see, movies or TV or music videos. I wanted to live that. So, I started, getting into trouble and, finding out who I was as a kid or as a man, growing up. So that was kind of me just experimenting and trying different shit.
You ever been locked up?
Yeah, I got arrested. I got arrested a few times. Little stupid shit, high school, junior high school, found a knife on me. Weed, smoking weed, got caught smoking weed, trespassing, little stupid shit, you know what I'm saying?
But nothing crazy.
Nah, nothing crazy, man. Thank God, nothing crazy.